Okay. Okay, I think I got everything running now. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Basic Truth Revealed, where basic is brothers and sisters in commandments. Two things we're doing today. Well, every day we try to come on 12 o'clock and we do what's called the revealing. Okay, it's a daily journey with Yah. Every second, every step is part of your journey with him individually. And then we come here collectively because we are one body. So we do this so this way you can get away from all the things that are happening in the world. We know the destructions, we know the flooding, we know the earthquakes, we know the landslides, we know the pestilence, the people missing. We know all that. Of course, we're lifting everybody up every single day throughout the day. But those that have to remain in strength, that's my word for today that the Almighty gave me, for not only me, for all of us. For you to remain in strength, you got to get some soaking time. You can't just focus on all the negative. You can't just focus on all the people talking and all the different kinds of music and da-da-da-da and what's out there. What you got to focus on is just a level. You got to have this even keel with the Almighty and just close everybody and everything out. Well, today, I know I'm starting. Whoever comes on now or whoever sees this later on, you will be favored. You will be favored, highly favored for those that do this. Those that don't, you know what? People are so self-absorbed about other people and about other things going on in the world that they're not taking time just for themselves with the Almighty, okay? We could all listen to everybody on YouTubes and TikToks and everything else in the world and all the mainstream media news and all those that have their opinions on things. But you know what? The reality is his chosen people have to get strength. That's the word that was given to me today. In order for you to have strength in the Almighty, you got to step away from everybody and everything else. That's why we come here. I close down, everything closes down, and I put on some things that you could see on Zoom, give you a visual of what the Almighty created, give you a visual of just the sounds of perfect harmony. Not with anybody singing and beating on drums or blowing even shofars or anything else. There needs to come time that you just resignate and just resign yourself. You got to resign. Take yourself out and put the Almighty in and just quiet and just spend time with him. And that's what we do here. And then at 12:30, what we're going to be doing is our very first, we said we were going to do it on Mondays, right after the gathering, the daily soap, the daily journey with Yah, woman of wisdom, basic beauty. That's what we're calling it, woman of wisdom. And then I'm adding basic beauty, brothers and sisters in commandments, not only beauty, physically, hair care products, face care, whatever. We're also talking about inner beauty and outer beauty. But today we're going to be talking about some, a healthcare product for hygiene that we're supposed to be making ourselves and not relying on the world to supply our beauty needs that the Almighty has already given us. For you to find out what that is, you're going to have to stick around. I'm not going to reveal everything all the time because you need to stick around. We need to start building up this platform and start getting many people into just soaking and spending time with Yah, getting everybody more into the health kick, getting more into healthy regimen, more routines, and healthier ingredients, right? Glory be to Yah. So with that being said, that starts at 12:30. I'm starting. Whoever's here, whoever's not, whoever is ever not. I am on Instagram, Zoom, and YouTube right now. And whoever sees it. Whoever don't. But I got to tell you something. Whoever does will always, always, always have highly favor, always have more knowledge and wisdom, and always be going in strength and going forward, not backwards. All right. So, Heavenly Father, I come here today, and whoever else joins, glory be to Yah. Whoever else is joining here later on, Father, let this always be a platform of just love, peace, intuition, hearing your voice, following your voice, guiding what you've given us, in the natural. Father, we thank you so much for this time, and we lift up you. We lift up you. As much as everybody else wants to be lifted up, we lift up you first. If we don't lift up you first, nothing else matters. So, Father, as for me and my house, and for basic truth revealed in our homes, we're lifting up you first and foremost, Father. We thank you so much that you have provided so many provisions every single day and every single way. We are without lack. Those that are your sheep, you said you don't have to ask for anything because you already have it. I shall not want. The Almighty is my shepherd, I shall not want. That's Psalm 23:1. I shall not want. Why? Because your children are already going to have what they need. We thank you, Father, that our needs are being met. We thank you so much for everything that you provide. We thank you so much for the safety and protection and having the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that we got to seek you first. And the rest of the world is in peril because they're not. Father, we lift up all in all countries. We lift up everybody that's going through flooding, earthquakes, shootings, just everything that is so demonic and everything that is so against each other in this world. But yet, Father, your judgment is also on this world. And people cannot forget about what was written in prophecy, that these things are going to happen, and they're going to happen in magnitude and multitude places. It's not just going to be in one place, it's going to be all over. And we're noticing that, we're seeing that. We thank you, Father, as we lift up all souls that you have taken their last breath, and all those that are going to take their last breath, and all those souls that are still here that are going to endure another day. Father, we lift up everybody and everything in humanity, everything that has life. And Father, we're just asking for mercy. I can't go against your will because your will be done, obviously. And you said it was going to happen. Earthquakes in diverse places. You said landslides. You said all these things, these mass floodings, as in the days of Noah. Well, right now, people are mixing with artificial intelligence, with ChatGPT and all these other things. They're merging as one. It's already happened. It's already happening, Father. People are so reliant on everything else but you. But your children will remain strong. Your children will remain vigilant. Your children will remain focused on you and your kingdom. That's it. That's it. Because everything else, Father, you will bring the people to us that need what they need, and will provide for them. We thank you, Father, for all that you've done, all that you're doing, and all you're going to do. We thank you so much for this time now that we're going to be journaling and soaking with you, and we're going to hear and see revelation. We're going to see revealings that are happening right now, where we need to be standing right at this moment. Yesterday don't matter, and tomorrow worries about itself. You said today is the day that we shall rejoice and be glad in it. And we're going to do exactly what you tell us to do. Father, we lift up all that sacrifice their lives around the clock, morning, noon, and night, all around the clock. You know what? Putting their lives in danger to go help and save other people. Every single one, male, female, and even the service dogs or whatever else is being used to help. It could actually be a bird that could, just like the birds we used in Noah's Ark to let us know that, you know what, that there was a place now that life was stemming out again. Father, you used birds to also navigate. We thank you so much for all the animals and everything that has a reason. So, Father, as we come here today, as we journey today, we thank you for what you're going to be revealing as we soak and spend time with you and just staying quiet and you revealing yourself to us. Father, today's word you have given me is strength. Strengthen us, Father. Strengthen me. Strengthen all of us. And we have your strength because we seek you first and that you're inside of us. We thank you, Father. Have us get even more mightier and more powerful in your name this day. In Yahushua HaMashiach's mighty, beautiful name, so be it true. Glory be. Olam, Olam and Salah. Glory be. Let's see who's on YouTube. We got 3 right now. So we got Lauren here. Lauren, what's your word? I know it's a little difficult because 12 o'clock is, what is it?
Communication.
Communication. Awesome. Awesome. Communication, right? That's what the Almighty, that's what communion is. You know, the bread and the wine. You know what? You're giving thanks, communing. Commune. He wants communication. He wants everybody just shutting everybody else down and just communicate. Have him communicate with you by you being quiet. We need to be quiet for him to hear. For us to hear him. He hears us no matter what we're doing, right? So let's get into that right now because at 12:30, whoever's on here or not, we're going to be starting our Woman of Wisdom, Basic Beauty. We're starting like we said we would on Mondays at 12:30. Whoever's here is here. Whoever's not is not. And I'm not sure yet if I'm going to record that or it's just going to be for those on Zoom so we can actually see what we're doing here. I'm not sure yet. The Almighty's going to guide me. All right. Because I like to see who's on. Just put a wave or something. So this way I know who's on because I see there's 3 on right now. Just let me know who's on. Just say hi. I'm going to put this on right now. Lauren, did you have anything you'd like to share? Anything? Everything's good? All right, as we hold up our journals, okay? Wait until you see what I got to show you today, Lauren. Look what's on Zoom. Wait until you see. I want to ask you something, Lauren. Do you love the visuals that I give? I mean, I need some feedback. Whether you do or not, just tell me. Just
yes, beautiful.
Do you find that they're enlightening and helpful to get through the day?
Of course, anything positive.
Wonderful.
Is a help to not focus on negative.
Exactly. Not focusing here, sister. You know what? Not focusing on negative all the time. Well, that's the world. Every time you put on mainstream media, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see so many things. And I forward a lot of things that are going on in the world because we do need to know the times. We do need to know the seasons. And we need to be prepared of what's out there so we can prepare our homes and ourselves. Right? Right. How come I'm still not getting a thumbs up? Is that not working? The comments? I just want to make sure YouTube is working correct. Can somebody, I see there's 3 on live right now. Can somebody just hit a thumbs up or just say hi? I just want to make sure it's working. Lauren, can you go on YouTube? Do you know how to, can you go on YouTube to see if it's working? Because if it's working for you, it's working for others. You know, it's nice that people come on, but if you can't say hi, I'm questioning that, right? If you can't show who you are, I'm questioning that, right? Hiding in secret doesn't ever work for me. It doesn't work for YAH'S either. I just want to make sure this is working because you have people that come on that are watching spirits. That's all they do is just watch, just to see if they could get you, say something or do something so they could go report to others. Like little busy bees, right? You know who little busy bees are? They're the spirit of watching spirits. I just want to make sure this is working okay. I want to talk about negative. You want to talk about negative. You want to talk about just people that just want to come in just to see how they can destroy other people, right? They're not happy unless they're doing that. If you're one of them, please go. Okay? Demonic.
Yes, you're on there.
I'm on there, but can you just put a thumbs up or something to make sure that it's working? I just want to say, put a thumbs up or just say hi. Well, I got rid of 1. That's always good. You want to get rid of demonic spirits that are only just going to be here to cause problems. Watching, you're called watching. We've talked about them for years. They have that demonic spirit wanting to know what's going on and then try to claim things as if they know knowledge that they gain here. And then it's just so many things I'm seeing. We'd rather them not be here. Me personally, I'd rather you not be here. Because a phony is a phony, a fake is a fake. I need you just to type something, Lauren. Just hit a heart or something. All right, we're going to go. We're going to wait for her just to write hi and then just hit send or thumbs up. Another thumbs up. I see 1, 3. Let's see. All right. So I know, thank you. So I know I know it's working. So there's no reason why nobody can't say hi when they're on. All right, Lauren, I appreciate you, darling. All right. As far as all the demonic spirits that are trying to come in and be watching spirits, deceiving spirits, confusing spirits, you know what? I'm just rebuking you right now in the mighty name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Anybody that has to hide, there's something wrong. Something wrong, especially when you're among brothers and sisters. You know, not to say hi. I understand you don't want to come on Zoom. That's on you. You don't want to see your face. All right, whatever. But, you know, at least say hi. At least say hi. All right. Or don't. I rebuke all the demonic spirits anyway. I know who they are anyway. The Almighty's revealing one by one by one. So it don't matter. Glory be to Yah. Let's open up a new page because today is the day the Almighty's made. Today is 7/21. Wait until I show you today, Lauren. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. Today, my word is strength. Strength. You have to have the strength to let some people go. You have to let the strength of some poison foods go. You have to have the strength to have beauty cares that are causing, you know, sickness by wearing certain shampoos that we use, certain deodorant that have aluminum. There's things that you got to let go. Got to let them go. Just bye. Let them go. Because if it's only poison to you, you need to let them go. Oh, Shelly, good to see you. Shalom just came on. Not sure what you were talking about. It's all right. Today's word is strength. And the word for strength, where is it? I have it here somewhere. I have all my notes somewhere. Strength. There's a few words for strength. Okay. Strength. O-Z, like Oz. Okay. O-Z actually means strength. Right? And then you have, believe it or not, coach. K-O-A-C-H. Coach means power and force. Okay? Oz or Oz means strength, might, power, and refuge. There's a few words that are for strength. There's not just one. But really in the Strongs, it's O-Z. O-Z 5797, which is O's or ooze or Oz. Right? There's so many ways. And then there's another one, Koshin, C-H-O-S-H-E-N. C-H-O-S-H-E-N means resilience and robustness. Resilient and robustness. Glory be to Yah. Okay? So today, the word is strength for me. Lauren had her word today, which is communication. And whatever word you have during the day, you know, either write it in a comment or just write it in your journal so you remember today what the Almighty gave you. All right, let's start because it's already 12:20. We are going to go into here. Wait until you see how beautiful. For 10 minutes. It's at 12:30. I'm starting something else. Let's see. We're starting the Woman of Wisdom. Those that are here are here. Those that are not, not. And I think I'm only going to do it on Zoom. If you're on Zoom, you're going to be able to see what we're doing. I think I'm going to get rid of YouTube to do this. We got to come together. That's what this is about. Sisters getting together, talking, you know, coming together. Look how beautiful this is, Lauren.
Yes.
Isn't that gorgeous? Look at this. Imagine you have any place here that you could sit with the Almighty, sit in he and I sat in hammocks before. Here's a hammock, right? Picture you and the Almighty. Maybe having a croissant for breakfast or a little bit of brunch, depending what time it is, right? Glory be to Yah. Glory be to Yah. All right, so I'm going to start journaling. Look how beautiful. Be in the water, put your foot in the water. Do whatever. Be in that other cabana back there. Do So wherever he's guiding you, or he might guide you away from here totally. Go where he leads you. Make it a little louder. Beverly. One minute. 12:30, we'll start something else. All right, this went pretty quick today. All right, what we're gonna do from now on, I'm really feeling, let me see who's on. It looks like, I thought we had agreed on Monday being the day for Woman of Wisdom. I mean, was it Wednesday? I know it wasn't Friday, because Friday we do our learning our Hebrew. Maybe I got my days mixed up.
No, we agreed on Monday.
We did agree on Monday. I think maybe Mondays aren't working out for anybody because it's Woman of Wisdom. So maybe we should just make it on Wednesday, the middle of the week. Women, W for Wednesday. People won't get confused what day it is. Because right now, unless you're coming on, Pamela, on, what is it, Zoom, and Beverly gets on Zoom, and Shelly gets on Zoom. Yeah, Beverly, what? Yes, trying to understand. Hi, Pamela. How are you doing, darling? How's Pamela doing? Let me see. We got Pamela Spalding on YouTube. Just want to see how you're doing. If you could come on YouTube, I don't know. Maybe then we should wait until Wednesday because it's just Lauren and I really, it's things that you're going to want to see, physically see. It's nice to hear things, but everybody that's on YouTube, I know that we're recording this, this journey, this revealing time. It's nice to hear the music, but you got to see the visual that goes with this music. We did. Okay, Beverly, we did say, okay, I wanted to make sure. You get, do I have your info, Shelly? If I don't have your email, you're never going to get the Zoom. I keep on saying, send it to me at basictrwm@gmail.com. Basic, B.A.S.I.C, trwm@gmail.com. Because whoever has the email is going to be able to come on. You're missing so much. I got to tell you something. Pamela. Okay, no worries, darling. But hi, how are you? Good to see you. Bruce, good to see you. Oh, wow, you're in a crazy heat wave. Shalom, Pamela. Shalom, Bruce. Shalom, Shelly. Let me see, everybody. All right. Because we did say Monday, but maybe Mondays are not really working out. Okay. I think Wednesday. This way we can remember Wednesday, woman of wisdom. And we're doing basic beauty. So it's WOW-basic beauty. We're going right to basic, right? Going back to the natural things. I'm going to do one thing because I said I would. I'm not going to do is all the things that are up here because I'm going to wait for more to be on. I'm going to start doing that. Wednesdays. I'm changing Monday to Wednesday. I mean, I could see it already because I know Monday starts a new week for everybody to get their stuff in order, right? So we're going to go that way. It's not ever going to be fitting for everybody. No matter what day I do, there's always going to be some people that are going to be able to come on, some that aren't. But at least if we can remember on Wednesday, woman of wisdom, Wednesday, woman of wisdom, Wednesday. And that's the time that we'll get together right after we do our soaking with Yah. Okay. I love you too, Pamela, right after. But I am going to play something like I said I was going to do today. I'm not going to do something and not say I'm not going to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play something. You're not going to see it, except Lauren. She's going to be able to see it. I know Mona had her mom's appointment, I believe, for her doctor today. So whoever's here is here. Again, this is being recorded. And I'm changing everything around, by the way. There's going to be a lot of new things and a lot of new things that are going to happen for Basic Truth Revealed. I've been shown different things. He was leading me one way, and now it looks like time is moving so fast that he's showing me something else. So you'll see it. As he's guiding me, you'll see it. So be prepared. Just let you know, great things are in store. I'm going to do this one. We are going to do how to make a natural shampoo. All right, how to make a natural shampoo. Because we talked about that. And I'll do one. I had a few lined up so we could, get a general of a few different ways to make natural shampoos. Because we don't want all the stuff that's in the world right now that's in the shampoos, right? All those toxics, right? That are going into our body. Don't forget our skin is what? An organ. So whatever we're washing our head with, guess what? Those chemicals are getting into our skin. Anything we're washing our body with, body soaps or anything else, or even lotions, where do you think it's going? Those chemicals are going in the skin. So we're going to be learning a lot more ways for men and women to also, we call it women of wisdom because women are going to be the ones that are pretty much going to be looking up this stuff anyway. It's not so much men, but men are going to benefit from it as well. All right. So our very first, I love you too, Pamela. All right. So let's just go here. We're going to start our first one. It's only 2 minutes and 59 seconds. Let's see what this says. I hope you gained something out of it because I'm going to tell you something. I know you're doing your soaking, but nothing beats soaking when you got a visual in front of you, how the Almighty made beautiful things. Changes everything. Changes everything. Whoa. Woo. A little loud.
Hey everyone, today I'm going to share with you the recipe that I use for my natural shampoo. I really love this recipe, and a lot of you guys have been asking for it, so I'm glad to finally be getting
Oh,
one
wait a
for
minute
you
before we
guys.
start her. I'm going to tell you right now, you might want to grab a piece of paper and a pen, and you're going to start making a different journal or a different book on just natural remedies to make natural hygiene products. So you're going to keep that away from your foods, right? So today we're going to be doing WOW, Woman of Wisdom, and this is going to be 001, and we're going to call this Homemade Natural Shampoos. Homemade Natural Shampoo. I'm only going to show you one right here. I had a few. So, and this is WOW, Basic Beauty. Okay, basic. Going back to basic, and we're the ones bringing it all together. So, glory be to Yah. All right, so today, WOW, Woman of Wisdom. This will be episode 001. This is the very first one. And we're going to learn how to make natural shampoo.
The recipe is really simple and gentle, and it isn't harsh on your hair like a lot of commercial shampoos are. It doesn't strip your hair of all its natural oils. It
Doesn't
just
strip your hair of
removes
oil.
the excess craziness, which is awesome. So for this recipe, all you need is some coconut milk, some liquid castor soap, some vitamin E oil.
Okay, so what it looks like, you're going to need some pure almond Castile soap, pure almond Castile, CASTILE soap with organic shea butter. Oh, I love it already. With organic shea butter. And this 16 ounce. And then she's showing lavender because you're going to add some drops. Okay, we're going to do some drops of lavender. And then it looks like fenugreek seed, FENUGREEK seed. Okay, it looks like fenugreek seed. And then there's let me see, it looks like coconut milk. Let me go back to what she's going to say. I just want to write what I'm seeing here.
Well, some different essential oils. I used rosemary and lavender because they're both good for your hair. So you just combine together all of your ingredients, starting with half a cup of coconut milk, half a cup of liquid castor.
Okay, so what we're doing is coconut milk. I'm watching this for the first time as well. Coconut milk. And maybe by the time we come here Wednesday, I'll have this made and I can show us how to make it all together. So
you just combine together all of your ingredients, starting with half a cup of coconut milk, half a cup of liquid castor soap. Liquid castor soap is honestly so great. It's completely natural and it can be.
All right, so you're going to have a half a cup of coconut milk, half a cup of that Castile soap, which is pure almond with organic shea butter. Okay, half a cup. Half a cup.
Used for so many different purposes. It's so versatile. So it's a really great investment because you can use it for cleaning around the house and for cleaning your body and for cleaning your scalp and everything. It's completely natural along the way, so that's awesome. And it's pretty cheap to buy as well. You can make it at home, but it's kind of complicated, so it's easy to just buy it. 1 tablespoon of vitamin E oil, which is great at preserving as well as.
All right. So then we're going to have, I'm just trying, she has a little bit of an accent, sounds like she's from England. So we're going to do a half a cup of coconut milk. Okay, this conditions hair and helps it foam. Okay, you know where you get your foam when you're foaming, when you're washing your hair. So a half a cup of coconut milk, half a cup of Castile liquid soap, which is a natural cleaner. Then one tablespoon of vitamin E oil. Then you have one teaspoon of fenugreek powder. Of course, it'll give you detangling properties. You know how to, for detangling. 1 teaspoon of fenugreek. powder. And then you got 20 drops of lavender essential oil. $20 drops of lavender essential oil. And then you got 10 drops of rosemary. Rosemary oil. I think I have quite a few of these. And I think I'll have it ready. Great for scalp and antibacterial. The drops of lavender and the 10 drops of rosemary are great for scalp health and antibacterial. Okay, so to make a homemade natural soup, you're going to need a half a cup of coconut milk, half a cup of Castile liquid soap, which Castile is pure almond, but she showed one that had not only just the pure almond, but was also organic shea butter, which I like too. Shea butter. Again, 1 tablespoon of vitamin E oil, 1 teaspoon of fenugreek powder for detangling properties, and 20 drops of lavender essential oil, 20 drops of lavender, and 10 drops of rosemary oil. And it's great for the scalp and antibacterial. All right, I had a few more listed on here, but you know what? We're going to wait until Wednesday and share this with everybody. So this way everybody could be on board, whoever's meant to be here. All right, so there is our first batch of shampoo. Okay, coconut milk, pure almond oil, Castile soap, lavender, rosemary oils, fenugreek seed, fenugreek in the powder form. So if you have fenugreek, you have the vitamins for that, just obviously take it out of its capsule, right? Just take it out. You don't have to go buy it if you have it. Just take it out of its capsule. 1 tablespoon of vitamin E oil, 1 teaspoon powder of the fenugreek, and then you're good to go. Just mix it all together, and it's going to cause even a foam that we want. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Anything else you'd like to answer? Anything you'd like to address? So Wednesdays are going to be the new day. No longer Mondays, Wednesdays. Whoever's here is here. Whoever's not is not. But I should understand that, on Mondays it's starting a new routine for a week. And you know what? Mondays is difficult for quite a few people. So we'll be back Wednesdays to do WOW, Women of Wisdom, because the sisters are all getting together and all finding out recipes that are going to help us with skin, with hair, with nails, with inner and outer beauty. So if you'd like to join us right after soaking on Wednesday, we're here daily doing the revealing. Did anybody get anything while soaking? I know, Bruce, everybody's going through heat waves right now. It's unbearable, right? It's actually so sad for the animals and the homeless. And you know what? Just if you have electricity and shelter, glory to Yah, right? Shelly, if you could send me your email, then you could get all the, to be able to come on here as well. All right? Did you send it? If you send it, then I could get to you and you'll get everything that we get. Don't forget, 6:30 tonight, we're doing, as we always do, we do testimonies. We lift up, our brothers and sisters. We do healing at that point. Does anybody need healing for anything right now? Anybody have any testimonies? No news is good news. All right, my darlings, I love you. I know we normally go, what is it, 10 minutes to? There's nothing. Oh, I could soak. We could soak for another 10 minutes. I love that. Okay, I'd like to go from 12 to 1. I don't like to break up the hour. Let's just go back. Let's go back to soaking. We'll go back there a little bit. Because it's such a beauty. You're missing it. You miss it. If you're not on here on Zoom, I don't have to see your face. You could put a covering over you, that thumbnail. But at least you'll be able to see. You got to see how beautiful this is. How beautiful. Oh, I can't wait for, how many can't wait for Yah to come? Right? It's going to be so awesome. Look at that. Perfect. This is so perfect. Listen to the waves. Listen to each tune. Okay? Close your eyes and soak for a few minutes. Get out of yourself. Get away from the world. Get away from people for a moment. Problems. I love this. Thank you, Father. Look how beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? Just taking this time out. That's beautiful. Just soaking, just getting away from everybody, everything, every problem, every stress, spouses, children, chores, just getting away from it all. This is his waves. You could do this any time of the day, anytime. Those that are Patreon members are now, only the Patreon members are going to be getting what we're doing daily sent to your email, so you'll always have it. Those that are not Patreon members, you're just going to have to be here on live. And then I have a whole thing that we do on Patreon. So to become a Patreon member, just go to patreon.com/Basic Truth Revealed. Become a member and you'll get everything that we're doing every single day. All recipes, everything will be on there. And you'll be able to see what we're seeing. Glory be to Yah. Hearing songs, new meditation. A lot of things go up on there. If you're not part of Patreon, I'm no longer sending them out anymore. I'm not. To just get it, everybody just gets it. I'm not doing that anymore. You want to be a part of Basic Truth Revealed? You know what? You're part of this family. You know what? I thank you for the support. Thank you. It's much needed. Thank you so much. So patreon.com/Basic Truth Revealed. Sign up. You'll get everything that we get. Everything that's here, you'll be able to see too. You're missing so much. You really are. Glory be to Yah. All right, my darlings. Let me see. I just want to tell you one thing. I'm shutting this out real quick. What else I want to say? Oh, Shelly, I don't understand why I'm not getting you. I'm not getting your. I don't know why. But my phone number. Okay, this is my alternate. This is not my basic that comes with me wherever I go. I have an alternate phone number for Basic Truth Revealed. What I'm going to ask you to do, if this is your first time ever writing me or calling me, text me first. Let me know your name, because I get a lot of spam that's on there, and I just hit delete, because I get so many. I got to hit delete, unless I actually see somebody's actually trying to get in touch with me, and then I could add your name to the contact list, and then I know when you call, it's you. So the phone number, here it is. Might want to write it down and then text me, Shelly, that it's you. And then if you don't mind, send me your email through this way. Okay, darling? 727-325-4305. Okay, I'll keep it up for a moment. 727-325-4305. Again, text me first. Don't just call me. Because if I don't recognize your number, it's going to go right into the spam like everybody else, and everything gets deleted. I get too many spams a day. So you know what? 727-325-4305. And again, if you'd like to have what we're doing here sent to you, and this is also going to be the things that I'm finding also for Basic Beauty. I'm also going to be putting on the Patreon that you'll be able to see the videos that are up there as well. Any videos that I'm going to be making is going to be on there as well. So if you are not part of Patreon, please become part of Patreon. It's patreon.com/Basic Truth Revealed. And I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I'll see you what time? 6:30 tonight. What do? We do testimonies, give praise to the Almighty. We do healing. At 7 o'clock, we start our scripture study. Tonight, we're going to be going over the fall feast days. We're going to go over the calendar one more time to make sure everybody got the feast days correct. That's coming up for the fall. Okay, so bring a notebook, bring a pen and piece of paper, or we're going to get to the bottom of this. And this way, everybody has it, and nobody's waiting last minute to start asking what's doing. We're going to cover that tonight. All right. I love you all so much. You have a highly favored day. And thank you for spending some time soaking, not with me. You're not soaking with me. You're spending time soaking with Yah and on his journey. Your journey with him is one-on-one right now. Right? It's you and him. And then collectively, us coming, gathering together. All right. Here's Dina now. Glory be to Yah. Dina?
Hey, sweetie.
Hey, beauty. We're changing the Woman of Wisdom not to Mondays anymore because I guess that's not working out. So we're going to do Woman of Wisdom. We're going to be doing Basic Beauty, Woman of Wisdom - Basic Beauty. We're going to be starting to do on Wednesdays, Woman of Wisdom, W.W. So nobody gets confused on the days.
Okay.
But we did one already today. Just so, because I said we would do it on Monday. But if you'd like to, would you like to write down the natural shampoo ingredients that I have?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a second. Let me grab my pen.
Okay. For those that missed it on YouTube as well, I'm going to go over one more time because we have our sister that was originally part of, she's part of Woman of Wisdom. And I don't want her missing the very first one that we did.
Okay. I'm ready.
All right. Natural shampoo, Woman of Wisdom, number 001, our very first one.
Okay.
Woman of Wisdom. And then you're going to put in Basic Beauty. We're going right to basic and the beauty of nature of the Almighty. Right?
Okay.
All right. Half a cup of coconut milk.
Okay.
Half a cup of coconut milk. Then we got a half a cup of pure almond Castile soap. Pure almond.
Is that almond or is that sweet almond?
It says pure almond Castile soap with organic shea butter.
Okay.
Pure almond Castile soap with organic shea butter. And then it's 1 tablespoon of vitamin E oil. 1 tablespoon vitamin E oil.
Okay.
Then you have 1 teaspoon of fenugreek powder. If you have the vitamins, just open up the powder that's in the vitamin because you can actually take it apart.
What kind of vitamins is that?
Fenugreek, FENU, GREEK powder. Fenugreek powder, 1 teaspoon,
Okay.
and that's 1 teaspoon.
That's a new one for me. I'm not familiar with that one.
Fenugreek powder. And then you have 20 drops of lavender essential oil.
Okay.
20 drops lavender essential oil. And then you have 10 drops of rosemary oil.
Okay.
So there's 6 ingredients: coconut milk, pure almond Castile soap with organic shea butter, tablespoon of vitamin E oil, 1 teaspoon fenugreek powder, and 20 drops lavender essential oil, 10 drops of rosemary oil. And
And I assume this is for all hair types.
all hair types. All. This is for everyone. Everybody. All hair types. And then got to be careful if you're buying the oils, because then you have oils that are for infusers. This is not the kind of, this has to be for your body. This can't be one that you could just use that are just chemical for infusers. There's two different kinds of oils. One are that you're going to infuse to make your house smell nice, but there's some that you can't put on your body.
Right.
So you have to make sure. And I believe the company now, if I'm not mistaken, NOW is one that you could put on your body now, because I think that's the one that I buy from. Now it's the company I buy. So we're going to be back here on Wednesday doing Woman of Wisdom. We're going to go over this one more time for those that missed it. And then we're going to go over still there might be other ways of doing this as well. I lined up a few, but I'd rather wait until Wednesday so we could see which one works. You know, I just don't want one video. Let's see what other people are using and saying. So what you're going to do is you're going to start a brand new book or a brand new folder of basic beauty. And then put, wow, Woman of Wisdom. So you know this is the beauty folder for hair care, skin care, you know, anything that we're doing that's internally, externally, that has to, you know, just putting us back in natural, all natural, going back to basics.
Okay, I thought that we were meeting now at 1. I guess
Yeah, you want to know something? No, it's not working out for quite a few. I don't know what
No,
happened.
that's okay. I just didn't know if I misunderstood. I
Yeah.
totally understand. You know, things come up. So what time are we going to be meeting on
Okay,
Wednesday?
from now on, this is the deal. From 12 to 12:30, we are journaling for a half hour. Half hour. Let's just make it easy. From 12 to 12:30, we're going to be soaking with the Almighty. We're going to be journaling. We're just going to get right into it. And at 12:30 to 1 o'clock, then we'll start doing the Woman of Wisdom.
Okay.
I think that's a lot easier. So 12,
Okay.
Yeah, so we start at 12:30 because then everybody got things to do in the afternoon. I know a lot of people start in their morning. In the West Coast, it's 9:30, might be driving to work. So we want to make sure that everybody has a chance to come on and not get too late for some and not too early for others. So 12:30 on Wednesdays, Woman of Wisdom, W for Wednesday. That's how we'll remember.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. On the almond oil, there are 2 types. There's sweet and there's bitter. Usually it's not called bitter, but if you're comparing the two, it is. And they come from completely different trees. The sweet almond oil you can use internally. The other you cannot.
Sweet almond, right? You said sweet. This is why
Right.
we're coming together, because I didn't
Yes.
know. So sweet almond is we could use.
Yes. Make sure we're reading reviews on Amazon or wherever you're buying. Make sure we're reading reviews, because there's a lot of products that once were good, and now people are suddenly having issues with the soaps, the stuff that's coming from China. They're not being transparent about the country of origin. And if you do the deep dive to the company, you find out that it's being bottled in China. So we just have to be, very careful about what we're getting.
We're going to research. Yeah, right now we just got the ingredients. Now it's our job to actually, by Wednesday, maybe I could go a little bit deeper. We're going to go other ingredients as well. Whoever else could look up ingredients, like Dina, if you know a lot more, maybe you could pull up this is why we're coming on Zoom. I'm not going to be doing this live on YouTube. This is going to be on Zoom, so we could all hear each other, see what everybody else is pulling up. This is going to be for those that are really serious. You'll come on Zoom, even if you got to hide yourself behind a thumbnail. You don't want yourself being seen, whatever. But I really think it's important that if we come on here for all of us to see, so we can learn by seeing and hearing. It's important that you have both, because it's a visual, so you can actually see, like if it's a vanilla bean. If you didn't know what a vanilla bean looks like, how would you know what a vanilla bean is? Right?
That's right.
Yeah, how would you know? Right?
You wouldn't, yeah.
You wouldn't. Right? Would you know what a vanilla bean looks like? Would you think it was like white? And it's not. It's dark brown. A vanilla bean is dark brown. So visual is important as well. All right, my darlings, I love you, and I'm going to see you tonight, 6:30. We do our testimonies like we always do, and then 7 o'clock we're starting. We're going to be doing the calendar of the 4 feasts tonight, going over, so everybody could do their own calendars, even if the computers go down, and everybody will be able to figure out how to do it. Because we can't just rely on the internet and other people. We got to learn how to do it for ourselves and teach our young ones in case there is no internet. Because I have people, oh, when's the 4 feast? Well, why don't you research it? Why don't you learn? Why is everybody trusting on me? Why is everybody just coming to me? Because that's an easy way for people. That's why. Everybody today's day wants everything easy handed to them. That's the easy part. But if we all learn how to do it once and for all, everybody ourselves, we're going to leave it with our calendar. So when next year starts, we'll put that piece of paper with the calendar, and then you could always know how to do it. Because the grids are going down. We don't know how long they're going to be down, but we know it's going to happen. Oh, and we don't want to miss the days, right? I know I don't want to miss any days. I don't want to miss any Sabbaths. I don't want to miss any feast days. I don't want to miss any holy days. I don't want to miss anything that's important to the Almighty, right? Now, I
agree with you, and it's just a matter of time before the grids go down.
It's going to happen.
They're already doing like this conditioning, like here. So between 3 and 6 p.m. here, the rates for electricity go up astronomically. So between 3 and 6, I don't run the air, I don't run the dishwasher, I don't run the washer and dryer, I don't cook, I don't do anything between 3 and 6. But it's just, it's just a slow conditioning, because people can accept a little bit of bad news at a time. So you never give it to them all at once. No. You give them a little, let them acclimate, give them a little, let them acclimate. And they're just conditioning us. And I know we see that.
Exactly.
But, oh my gosh.
Exactly.
What is wrong with everybody out there?
And you're 100% right, Dina. 100% right. We got to be vigilant. We got to see the times. And not only is it just with that, like Dina's saying, she's, they're telling her between 3 and 6, you know what? You're going to be hit double, triple, quadruple what you normally pay, because that's the time most people are using more energy. They're going to charge you more for it because they're beating up the grids that much. And they're trying to lessen. They figure, okay, if less people are using it, it won't be so hard on it as well. And that's just like us. We're hard on our body. What's going to happen? We're going to be sick, right? So we got to take that easy. But we're also noticing, flooding in Maryland. We're noticing a lot of things. Russia had 4 earthquakes over there all in one day. I mean, we're starting to see everything. Where there's earthquakes and tornadoes and flooding, do you think everybody has electricity where there's all flooding and tornadoes just ripped everything down? Do you think a lot of people still have electricity, let alone houses? Where could you have electricity if you have no house? Right? So not only is it conditioning, they're removing the poles. They're removing them by floods, earth. They're taking them down. I see the guys all the way, almost every day. Every day, there's always people working on these electric lines here or underneath the ground. You see them underneath the manholes with cones all around. What are you doing down there? What are you doing that's up on here? What do you keep on doing every 5 minutes that it's got to be changed? But at the same token, we know that they're raising up, the 5G to 6G to 7G. We already know the amps are going up, but we also know, and I got to just give testimony to Duke Energy. Every storm so far, glory be to Yah, my power hasn't been out. So whatever they're doing, if they're strengthening the wires so we can stay stronger here in Florida, I'm saying have at it, because to be without power is really horrible.
We need to learn the ways of the Amish.
We do. We absolutely do.
And I just recently learned, I haven't researched it yet, but that you don't have to be Amish to have an Amish community. You just apply, I guess like a 501(c) or something, you just apply and then you don't have to pay income tax.
Well, I'm going to be doing that shortly, doing a 501(c), and I'm going to be doing it for basic. I'm going to name it basic only. I'm not doing basic truth revealed anymore. It's going to be switching over just to basic brothers and sisters and commandments. And I'm not doing brothers and sisters, basic truth revealed as a 501(c). I'm doing basic brothers and sisters and commandments as a 501(c). I'm pulling it away. I'm getting away from and he's showing me, I don't want to say too much too soon, but I already got the paperwork to do it. It's already going to go through. I'm praying it's going to petitioning. It's going to go through rather quickly because I want to get away from that old stigma of Basic Truth Revealed because there's too many things against us as on TikTok. If I was to open up again a Basic Truth Revealed #4, we're already shadow banned. There's too many people against us. It's known for too many things, for speaking truth. And I have to do something different to get more people so we can get more people baptized, more people into the word of the Almighty. That needs to happen. So I'm going to be doing that, just letting you know. Okay, so nobody else could do it because it's already basic I'm going to be doing basic B.A.S.I.C like I did. But it's going to be brothers and sisters and commandments like it always has been. That has already been, it's already in the documents. Already have that as a corporation. But now I'm going to do basic as a 301(c), however, 501(c). I'm doing that one.
Are you just on Zoom or are you on other platforms?
Well, I'm
right
on
now?
Zoom, YouTube, and Instagram. But I can tell there's only one person on Instagram. Because you know what? I'm shadow banned with Basic Truth Revealed. No matter what I'm using, all these computers know who I am.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, they go by your IP address.
They all know who I am. So what's going to happen is either I'm going to start off with a new computer or a new piece. I don't know how to get a new IP address. Oh, the IP is what? Basic Truth Revealed, right? Is that it? Or is it my specific?
And I don't know because when it comes to computers, that's just one of the things that's like, I don't want to deal with. That's just not my forte. But I'm not sure if it has something to do with your physical location, like the coordinates of your home or if it's just, I know it's assigned to your computer. Like if you have a laptop you're using, if you go somewhere else and use it, they're still going to know that's you. So yeah, I don't know. But then again, when you get a computer and then you start registering yourself and your same stuff on it that they associate with you, then
they're all linked. All my things all linked together by themselves. I never linked them, like for this to be on my phone. Like anytime somebody emails me, I get a message, obviously, because that's regular. But anytime anybody else, I'm always getting notified. I'm like, what? How come? Like
that's because when you set it up, that's the way you set it up without knowing. Without knowing, you set it up where you can get your emails on all your devices. Like everything goes across all your devices. I made the mistake of doing that, and now I have to figure out how to undo that because I have certain devices that I prefer to use for something specific and not be inundated with all this stuff because of my attention span anyway. I don't need it, but
I understand.
I like to keep it simple.
Yeah, I'm having, because you know what? I have our email. I have so many things with Basic Truth Revealed. So many things with Basic Truth Revealed that it's all attached. They're all attached to each other. They're all attached to each other. So I'm going to do something that the Almighty has been telling me, and I'm just going to get away from Truth Revealed. I'm just going to go to basic, brothers and sisters and commandments, have a beautiful logo, do something that's still the lion, still the menorah showing the 7 feast days. Okay. It has to do with the law. Okay. If you notice, I've been signing off with the dove, the menorah, and the heart, or the heart, dove, menorah. Well, it's the heart, those that have been circumcised. The dove, which is the Holy Spirit for those that have been circumcised. And the menorah, those that have been circumcised, have the Almighty inside. Now we're able to keep the law. So I use 3 symbols, and those are the symbols I'm still going to remain using. But
I'm just curious. That just made me think that if you look on the back of the credit card, they all have that little dove back there. And I'm just wondering, what is that symbolic of, since we know the Jews own all the, monetary, the high credit cards. Yeah.
All of them have the dove?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I can pull out one of my visas or something and look. They have like a little hologram dove.
You know what? I'm going to look when I get off. I have never even noticed that.
Look, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that I've seen that on the back of my credit card. I don't know why it just popped into my brain.
You know what? I don't think you're wrong. Is it MasterCard that has that dove?
I was thinking, I don't know, but I know that I have a credit card with that on the back.
You know what? I'm going to check that later on. I'm going to address that later. The dove. Well, we do it for obviously the dove, right? That brought the olive branch to Noah,
right?
Showing.
Absolutely.
That's what we do it for. But then again, we know the Jews and the Gentiles mock everything that is biblical anyway. So, you know what? We're doing it for the right reasons. They're doing it for even they put the Trinity, you know, the Father, Son, and then they have the dove as being the Holy Spirit. You know, they meanwhile they're one. You know, there is no Trinity.
Right.
There is no three. All right, my darling. So yeah, I'm gonna look into it. That's incredible. Yeah, that is pretty interesting news.
I'm drinking tea and not coffee. I just wanted to say.
You drinking what?
Tea and not coffee.
Guess what? I'm drinking. Look. What else?
Tea.
I'm drinking tea, not coffee.
This is that Ketic tea. I can't. It might pour out. Well, anyway, it's really good. If we lived closer, I would be making it for you because you would love this stuff.
I love it.
And I had this first when I went over to the Middle East to visit my family, and it's so good.
It sounds it. I'm still on the jasmine. What am I doing? No. What am I doing? No, this is different. This is lemon with lemon, honey. I put cloves in here. I put was it gin? I put something else in here. I don't know. I made a whole big vat of it, but
that's a way to do it.
But then I've been putting drops of wormwood for, you know.
Yes.
I've been putting the drops of wormwood in here. I've been putting drops of a few things. I've been putting a few other drops. Oil of oregano I've been putting in here. But I'm not putting that in the vat. I'm doing them individually. That's
right. So
sometimes
you don't want to.
No, it's not. Yeah. It's just it's expensive. But you know what? It does too much of that upsets my stomach. The oil of oregano oil.
It's so concentrated. Yeah.
You know. So yeah. So I'm putting drops, and then what else? I gotta get ginger. I need to go to the store and get fresh ginger and have that steeping in here as well, because the ginger is very good as well. So cheers, my darling.
Cheers.
Beautiful. Cheers. Glory be to God. And I've been doing, I still taste the oil of oregano. But it's helping. But you know what I've been doing? Everything that you're seeing me drink now, every time I'm cooking, it's all with boiled water. Everything that is, even my drink, even my stuff that's in my tin, the stainless steel bottles, all have been, that's it. I'm no longer drinking from obviously regular bottled water, which I don't really do. And not only just going through the kiosks and going through the 12 system that I do to fill up the water, about the jugs. I come home, put it through the zero water. Not only do I go through the zero, once it goes through the zero water, I'm boiling it and then putting it in my refrigerator. I'm going through so many extra steps because you know what? The parasites are just incredible. And we did that on Saturday, that we're going to be talking about a 3-day fast, possibly of, we're going to be talking about that tonight, a 3-day water fast. No food, just all water. But we're going to see if everybody agrees and I'm going to show you the doctor that's talking about it and how, you know, it helps with memory and how it resets with everything.
That will be fabulous. That is so great for your immune system.
3-day water fast.
Wonderful.
And
I just want to say this while I'm thinking about it, because I might not think about it later.
Okay.
But you know how we go to the room to get something, we can't forget, we can't remember what we went to the room to get. You know,
every day. It's every day.
Yeah. That's just your age.
No, it's not.
That just happens. That's just normal when you get older. It's not. That's how dementia starts out. So it's all in our diets, and we have to make sure that we aren't eating any of the processed foods that have polysorbate 80 in it, which is a brain-blood barrier breacher. It breaches that, so all the toxins and metals and all the rest of the stuff that is in the food can get inside.
What kind of food would have that? What kind of food would contain?
Oh my gosh! Just about anything. Just pick something up and read the label. You'll see it.
What's it called?
It's in something polysorbate 80.
Polysorbate 80.
I'll tell you the first time I remember hearing about it, and it's just so vivid in my mind. I just always remember this commercial, and I don't know why. I never was a TV watcher. But back in the 70s, Florence Henderson did a Weston Oil commercial.
I remember it.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And she's going through, you know, her fried chicken and everything, and then she holds the bottle up at the end, and she's like, it's got polysorbate 80. Like, it's this great thing. So that's how long they've been putting that garbage in our food, and we've been eating it.
Yeah, I don't
We've
remember
been
the last
eating
time
it.
I bought Wesson. Wesson, I don't even remember the brand. That's how long I have not been using it. I don't, for some reason, I was never big on vegetable oil, corn oil.
Well, all vegetables going to be some kind of
Never.
something that needs to. It's some kind of a waste product.
Yeah.
So all seed oils is inflammation.
The
You know,
only
anything you have, anything you go and the doctor says you got whatever enzinitis, all that means is it's whatever he referenced is inflamed.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all that it means.
That's
So
so
it's
funny.
all about our diets, and we're going to get there, y'all. We're
We
going
are.
to get there together.
Woman of wisdom, basic health, basic. We're going back to basic nature, basic beauty, inner and out, because that's the only way you're going to beautify your brain, right? Your heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautifying what the Almighty created out of beauty, not out of darkness, right? We're created out of His image now since we've been baptized, pure. So yeah, maybe because I'm Italian, I've never really, I never bought any other oil except olive oil, virgin olive oil. That's what I grew up with. And my mother would, if you had any, my grandparents would never use anything else but that for anything.
Yeah, we have to be careful about that too. Did I tell you about going into Costco to get some olive oil one morning? It was early,
No.
and it was cold here. This has been this year. It was cold here, and they were bringing some and stocking the shelves, and I could see where part of it was cloudy and part of it was not. And I knew in that moment that it's been cut with something. It's not all olive oil, but you pay that premium price. You're getting the same thing. It's garbage. Everything is cut now. So I mean,
we've talked about that. If it's not from
how do you know what you're getting?
Because you got to look at the back of the label where it's actually from. Like you got to see either it's from Israel, Greece, Italy, Spain. If it doesn't come originated from Spain and Greece and manufactured there and then sealed, and then that's all I only.
Well, I have a bottle back there of what was on the shelf that I had already purchased. I mean, it's still in there in my pantry, but I'm wondering if it's cut like that too, because it has the country of origination on it too, and it's supposed to be 100% organic, first cold press.
They're all liars in the United States. Don't trust nobody in the United. Everybody's a liar. Every company, they're all liars. Every single one. You know what? You want good quality, you're gonna have to pay for it. That's it. You're gonna pay for good quality. If you want lesser quality, then you know what? It's just the old saying, you get what you pay for. But of course, the companies outrageously charge everything because they don't want everybody having the good stuff, so they could want to kill you. That's the whole point. They want you to say, "Oh, I can't afford that. Let me go with the lesser. Oh, I can't afford that. Let me go with the lesser brand." And the more we go with the lesser brand, you know what? Now you got doctor problems. Now you got to be on pills. Now you got to be on special diets. When all we did was have to choose the right thing the first time to keep us healthy. And now,
when you throw olive oil, just put it in the refrigerator, let it cool, let it chill down. When it gets cold enough, you can see real olive oil will get cloudy. And if it's not all getting cloudy, then we know that it's not pure olive oil.
Not pure. It's being cut. Being cut.
No matter what brand you get.
No matter from where. Always test. Oh, you'll see. Always test. And always try to get virgin. Not just because it says olive oil. No, make sure you're getting virgin olive oil. You want all those impurities out. Glory be to God.
That's right.
And don't ever throw that out. Any other oil that you have, when the lights go out, guess what? You make a candle. You put some, you put some rocks, you put some sand in a jar, you put a wick, and then you know what? You fill it up with water first, get as much water, and then put a thin layer of oil on top, and that candle won't burn out. It won't. So that's another thing we'll be showing.
Yeah, basic survival.
I did that. I have basic survival. I actually have basic survival. We've started to do basic survival. That is so funny you mentioned that. Everything is basic. Basic truth, basic truth, going back into the scriptures. Basic what? Beauty. Basic survival. Basic recipes and survival. There's so many things that we're going back to the basics for. Got to go back to the basics because that's where it all started. And what's basic? Where it originated. Before everybody's hands touched it all. Right? All right, my darlings, I love you. I'm going to go check out my cards now. I'm going to go sit. Well, I have debit cards. I don't do credit cards anymore. I use, debit. I either have it or I don't. That's it. So I'm gonna go
Be
see it.
careful with the debit cards, because if you use that and somebody gets your number and they get stuff out of your account, you can't be reimbursed for that. Credit cards will reimburse you for fraudulent.
You ready for this?
I am ready.
You ready
I'm
for
sitting
this?
down.
You ready for this? I only leave in the accounts for the bank however much I have to pay for bills, because
That's smart.
we see so many people that can't, how many times that there are bank runs and they can't get their money out of the ATMs. They can't, they're banging on the doors. Give me my money. I put my money in here. You think your money's sitting like, oh, okay. This is Michelle's account. Everything that she put in there, we're going to put nice and stacked in it. No, that's not what they do. They distribute our money into everybody else's accounts. That's what, it's not just sitting in there. You just
That's
have
why they
note.
get the money to loan people for houses and stuff.
Exactly.
They use
It's
your
not
money.
just sitting there. It's not. It's all being combined to do other things. And what they do to make sure is they're growing interest on our money for themselves. Right? So I only leave enough when I know there's something that's going to be paid. I'll put enough to cover in there. So if anybody hacks my account, if anything happens to the bank that all of a sudden it closes down, that we're not paying, I'm not going to have anybody take what's mine. And if they did, what is it? $100, $200 at most?
Yep, that's smart.
I
leave a bare minimum in there too.
Don't do it. Don't leave your money in there.
Somebody's going to be sadly disappointed if they try to hack my account.
You know, it's going to be sadly disappointed when the power goes out and you can't get your money to go buy something. And the grocery saying, "Oh, we don't take cards. We're taking cash right now," and you don't have cash.
That's happened several times here locally. You know my area. That's happened several times here.
That happened when we
recently.
evacuated twice. We evacuated twice. We went to go pay for gas, and they're like, the machines are down. We can't do anything." And you know what? I was like, Donnie, we got to bring cash. Bring cash.
And that's exactly what's going to happen when the grid goes down.
Exactly.
Because when the grid goes down, it's not going to be just the gas or just the grocery, or it's going to be everything. No power. If you do have anything at home in the freezer, it's going to go bad, because they're going to make sure that it stays down. They've already done the math. They already know how long it takes.
I got to tell you.
I mean, it's just a matter of time. So
yeah, and what they're going
to
to want
is learn how to basic forage for berries and leaves.
I got to tell you, and that's what we're going to be learning here. That's exactly what we're going to be doing on just going to Woman of Wisdom, not only for beauty in or out. We're going to be doing beauty, basic survival. We're doing survival things already. How many of you filled up your cup, the plastic cup, like we talked about the other day, the plastic cup with water, so you could put a quarter on it, so when the power grid goes down, and if you have no power while you're not home, by the sinking of that quarter on top of the frozen ice that it is, that how much it melted. That means your meat in there, depending on how far that went down, your meat you're going to have to throw out. Okay, you got to figure out how to keep that refrigerator running, right? We talked about it. We talked about what you needed. You got to get that now. I got to tell you something. I am with the food no matter what happens. My refrigerator is going to be, my freezer is going to be staying on. Why? Because we have the power inverter and we have the battery. If you don't have a power inverter and a battery by now, something is seriously wrong, because we've been talking about this for over 2 years. Even if you had to put $5 away for 2 years, you would have been able to buy a year. Gotta do it. I don't know what everybody's waiting for. Then they'll be like, "Oh, I should have known." No, you've been told for 2.5 years, 2 years, even 3 years, 3.5 years. I've been covering things. 3.5 years, right? So I'm gonna go put.
I know I've been following you since probably about 6 months after you started.
How long have I been saying?
A long time.
Long time.
The whole time.
Wear a whistle. Get things. Get ready. Get what you're going to be using for light. Get food. Put stuff away. I'm always saying it. You know what? But the world keeps you distracted of what you got to do when the Almighty says, "Be prepared. Be ready for when I come. Be ready for what." Just like Joseph. Didn't Joseph tell Pharaoh, you're going to have 7 years of plenty and then 7 years of drought and famine? Be prepared. Well, the Almighty's going to provide. Yeah, He's going to provide for those that are ready, that are preparing. Those are who He's going to be. He's telling us now to be ready, be vigilant, be sober. Look at the signs. Well, the world is falling apart. I don't know what more signs you need, right? What more signs do you need? You don't got to tell me twice, 3 times, 4 times. Once, and I'm on it. Once. How many times does He have to repeat Himself, Old Testament, New Testament, for people to get it? Well, then they're going to wonder, they're going to hear, do you have this? Do you have that? No, I got to take care of my own family. Weren't you told 4,000 times? Not everybody's going to open up doors for everybody else. And you're not even sure if those are even your family members coming, right?
Even your family members that don't listen to you now.
Yeah, they're going to be showing up at the door. Ones that don't listen, believe me, I told you this already. This happened with my dad. I said in 2015 or 2016, I was going to buy a generator. I said, oh, yeah, Dad, you know what? I think every house in Florida, every house in general should have a, you're paying so much money for a house. It should come with a generator. He goes, oh, you're not going to need it where we are. Do you know we had 2 storms coming through? The very first storm was, I don't remember the name, but guess who was literally what you just said, was at my door asking me, well, can you bring your generator and you and Donnie could come to my house? I said, no, I'm staying at my house with my generator. This is where I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay where I prepared. That's what I'm doing. That's
well, I went to Sam's when Helene came through. We were up here without power for 7 days. And I went to Sam's and while I was standing there in this return line with my daughter, I didn't even need anything. She was returning something. We're just standing there. They come out and they put a pallet of the generators, just a little pallet of generators right there, not even 10 feet from me. And I hear the manager say, that's all we've got, to the employee that was bringing them out. So I got one. And I mean, people were picking them up. You can imagine how fast they went. So while the guys that brought them out was there, I had them pick one up and put it in her cart. And they didn't get any more, but we had one. And so we used it for one day and the power came back on. But we have it. We have it. We have a grill. We have
the things that you need. You have the things that you need.
Yeah.
You want to hear
that was a gift from the Most High.
Glory. Yeah. You know what? You were there at the right time. He put you there at the right time. I'm going to tell you something. I have a generator. Ask me how many times I had to use it. Not one time.
Good.
Not one time. You know why? Because the Almighty provides. Even during the 2 storms that I had to evacuate last year, they told me the power here in this neighborhood went out for like 20 minutes. And that was it. None of my stuff defrosted. Everything was fine. I wasn't even here. And where we were, power outages and floods everywhere we were. Where we were, nothing. The power was on everywhere I am, because everywhere you are that are his, he's going to protect you no matter where you are.
That's right.
No matter where you are. I left
if
here
you have
twice.
any room in your If you have any room in your freezer, I'm talking to anyone who's listening right now. If you have any room in your freezer for, to put gallon jugs of water in there to freeze, do that, because it will keep your freezer colder in the event that there is a power outage.
And I told them, put bottles of water. Put tons of bottles of water. So this way you're not always opening, you know what? And then this is what you do. When you have all those bottles of water in there and the power goes out, immediately grab a few of those out so you're not always opening up the freezer. And then you put them in an ice cooler.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do. And use that for the day. I'm going to tell you something. People better be prepared. And we're going to be doing more survival. As a matter of fact, I just did my water. I know it's frozen, so I'm going to put a quarter on top of it now before I forget. I put water in there to remind me. All right, my darlings, I'll see you on tonight. And we're going to go over a lot more things. We're going to talk about a 3-day fast, water only. Okay, you're not going to not be without water and food. You're going to be having water. And trust me, water will sustain you. Okay, water, it'll get rid of dementia. I'm going to show you, there's an Oriental doctor that talks about it, and there's a reason why the Almighty commands his children to do it. Okay, we're not, what does he say? Did he ever say, if you fast? No, he said, when you fast. When? And it's and it clears out all the impurities that we're breathing in. Okay, we're filters. You got to realize our body and our nose. Why do you think we have nose hairs? Because we have filters. Right? We have filters. Why? Because just like a skimmer of a pool that takes out all the things, well, so's our nose hairs but we got to get on the internal that these things have passed through our nose, right? All right, everybody. Ciao for now. I love you, and I will see you tonight. Thank you, Dina. Thank you so much for words of wisdom. Woman of wisdom. I love you. Ciao for now. All right. Bye. See you tonight, everybody. Bye, Lauren. Night, night. No, night, night. No, not night, night. Don't go to sleep. Ciao for now. Bye. All right. Let's get out of this. Let's close YouTube. Love you. See you all tonight. Ciao for now. Oh, wrong thing. Let me click out of end stream. And